Hello everybody. This video is just a simple video because I'm always being asked about how I am able to retain my clients, how I'm able to keep their hair healthy, how I'm also able to curl hair with a flat iron. So in this video, I'll be doing the infamous finger curl, which is something that I learned more than a decade ago. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Just a little bit about me as a hairstylist. I am also a fashion designer. I've been a hairstylist for 14 years. I started in 2005. I started working in the salon that I now own in 2007. We're located in Cobb on Cobb Parkway, 2550. Cobb Parkway is the address. 678-903-2908 is the cell phone number. I'll leave all that in the comment section below. But yeah, I've been doing hair now for quite some time, and if you'll see, I have kind of a groove that I get into when I'm doing hair. And forgive the background, those are some of, well, that's one of my stylists and her cousin, and her sister's also in the picture as well. But so let's just jump right into it. So this is one of my clients. She's 100% natural. There's no other chemical other than color on her hair. Some people say that's not really natural, but I say pick your natural and not join a cult or a tribe of people just because it's the popular thing. But I have shampooed her hair with a shampoo that had black activated charcoal, and I did a moisture shampoo following, and I deep conditioned her and twisted her in sections and pre-dried her, blow-dried her. Now you see that I am pressing her. If you know anything about silk presses, humidity is not your friend, so I utilize a product called Laser Straight, which I have already emulsified and ran through her hair, and also combed through to make sure even distribution. But you see me pressing her hair in every subsection, and because her density is kind of medium, I chose to do her subsections in an inch apart. So that's normally wider. Sometimes with more coarse hair, we use about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, no more than 1/2 of an inch, depending on the density. But I choose to do 3/4 of an inch to an inch, and my heat level for her is 425 because her hair is already trained, so you don't have to leave your iron on 450, which is something that most people fail to realize, which is why they have fried ends prematurely and that baked burnt smell in your hair when you get done with the flat iron. So again, what you see me doing is parting each subsection and flat ironing her hair, but I'm doing the comb over iron method. It's to align all the hairs so that there's symmetry when you press. And I also use a Silk Essentials that will help the flat iron to glide. Another thing that you will see me do is each subsection, when you see me separated in two, you'll also see me grab some of the previous section that's already pressed to make sure there are no segments in between rows that did not get adequately pressed. That is so typically me, always trying to feed somebody. Watch. She talking about she was hungry and I was offering other people stuff. They didn't even ask her for anything. Then I'm like, ooh, well girl, I got me some salted caramel chickpeas or some, coconut protein bars. But she was like, oh, but I can't eat until noon. I'm like, ooh, I forgot you were intermittent fasting. Now that I'm done pressing, her ends need to be trimmed. She just came out of a protective style or two. So that's the reason for all the series of treatments. And we pressed her straight. Now we're about to trim her and get her ends to be fabulous. So that what she sees is what she gets. Meaning what she sees will be what she keeps for the duration. Yes, trim them ends, trim them ends. There's a grave misconception that if you keep your ends then your hair will be longer, but that's just what it is, just a misconception. Now that the trimming is done, we can start with the infamous finger curl. So I take the sections. I typically part from ear to ear and start from the back first. I also roll my curls in a bird-like, feather-like pattern so that everything meshes together in the middle and flows with symmetry from side to side. So basically the gist of the finger curl is setting the speed of the curl when you first adjust. Let me zoom in some, let you see this. Get in, get in, get in. Uh-huh. Yes, girl, I'm getting ready to do this finger curl on you, girl. Yeah, I know I'm doing good. I do good. I know I do good. Thank you. Yep, you do that real good. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Okay, yes. So, I'm gonna have to zoom out, girl. I know, girl, but I know, girl. I know. Yes, I know. But I'm gonna have to zoom out, let you see this up close. Okay, so I take the subsections because it has already been pressed. I don't want to put too much direct heat on every one of her shafts, so I take a bigger section, probably an inch and a half or two, and you control the speed of the curl at the beginning. So in the bottom, we did a half turn all the way out with a full turn at the end. As you see now, I'm doing a 180 with the rest of the 360 at the end to tighten up the speed of the curl as we go higher on the head. Because she wants her curls, she typically gets her curls styled to where she can wear her curls and let them naturally drop so you don't pull them out or whatever. Typically when you're pulling your curls through, you make them tighter from the beginning so that they have room to stretch. But if a curl comes out too tight when you're trying to control your speed, you can always stretch the curl like I just did to make sure it elongates in the right position. One of the key essential parts of curling is cooling. Curling is cooling as white is to rice. You need them both for the curl to have longevity and for it to set in position. Also, to get maximum root lift in the top, you definitely want to pull the roots all the way up. You see how the root naturally just lifts a little bit more, gives you a little bit more volume. Always remember, control the direction of the follicle from the beginning, because with most people, you have to, because their hair will stay in position from first swipe. So typically in this step, I normally have an ear protector, or I do the pinky swear is what I call it, where I just take the pinky and fold the top of the ear down, but I've diagonaled the part so it positions perfectly above the ear with no burning, no swiping, no none of that. Most of these parents out here done ruin these kids, burning their ears and stuff, and edges and foreheads and cheeks and everything, and then hitting them with the comb because they bouncing. Whoo, we used to go through torture. These kids got it easy. Continuing with before, always considering where I want the hair to fall. As you see now, I'm curving the part so that it will give symmetry to the original part that I placed for her, and that it would fall a little over the eye, but not too much because nobody wants to be Aaliyah for real. You will also notice that again, I want volume towards the top, so you'll see me gradually lift in 45-degree, 60-degree, 90-degree angles to get the appropriate root lift without having to spray any hold. Just give a natural lift simulation. And once we get these last couple of curls in, we will be completely done. So all we'll have left to do is to do her edges and to finish positioning the hair after the edge control. As you see, all I'm doing is just taking the finger and just positioning the hairs, not really raking through. As I said, she likes her hair to drop naturally. But look at Miss Madam Tiffany. Yes, curls for the girls. So all I have to do now, like I said, is do her edges and stuff. This, again, is a silk press. She got a treatment. She got a trim. Um, she had just come out of Protective Styles, and look at her hair. It's just bouncing and gorgeous. I am not a believer in excessive use of edge control because it increases the oil production. And if you know anything about natural hair, you don't need any extra oil if it's healthy because it produces its own oil. So I am Ryan Lamarre, your perfect stylist, the #1 stylist, the one-stop shop on this side of Glory. I do hair, I do makeup, and I am a fashion designer. So if you're looking for me, you can find me on StyleSeat. It's styleseat.com/Ryan Coleman, or you can call the salon at the telephone number on the video. Yes, Fluff, pull the hair over the shoulder. Yes, girl, you're fabulous. Ew. And until next time, take some time to love on yourself and everyone else. Be sure to join us every Thursday evening at 9 p.m. for cocktails and conversations. And visit the Runway Weaving Bar, which is the best salon in Smyrna, Georgia. And I am your fabulous stylist, Mr. Ryan Lamarre. And I'll see you next time.